Hey guys, you know the dealio. Just checking the audio. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. Be right there. Okay, bye. Okie dokie artichoke. Whoa! Ooh! There I am. I'm right there. Hi guys. Oh, I just broke my chair. Good start. Good start. That's a good start. Today we are crocheting a bonsai tree together. So hey, welcome to Club Crochet Live. And like I just said, we're making a bonsai tree. Here is a little gift that I made to show you what we're making. But here's also it. Look at that, 2 squares. I'll try to mimic it perfectly. So we're making a bonsai tree. I don't have another pot, so we're probably either gonna have to reuse this pot or just make it without a pot and just have it be on the base, which you'll be seeing how that is done. Really quick before we get going, let's talk about some, the stuff the updates and stuff. First off, how you can support the channel. If you like what is going on here, you can totally support this channel by becoming a Club Crochet member. That's the best way you could support. You could become a Club Crochet member in the comments down below or by going to clubcrochet.com. It's only $5 a month and you even get a free trial. And in addition to supporting the channel, you also get a bunch of exclusive amigurumi projects, exclusive tutorials, kits mailed directly to your door. There's a bunch of other stuff, and it's the best way to support the channel. Become a Club Crochet member, please, if you can. If you can't, whatever. That's all good too. You can also support the channel by purchasing merch. You can find it in the right below this video. There's a bunch of this. So this is a stitch shirt. Which we'll be getting to in just a second. And then the last way is you can super chat. So if you're on the chat in YouTube, if you're watching live, there's a little money icon. You can super chat and a little, your name will be popped up right here. I'll do a little dance for you. Here's a little preview. And you help support the channel, so it's really cool. Okay, well, next thing is updates that before we get started. So the first thing is there's a brand new home page at clubcrochet.com. Here, actually, I'll just put it right here. It's actually members.clubcrochet.com. But basically, if you are logged into the website, oh man, it didn't work right. Let me try that again. There we go. Will that work? There we go. So if you want to, you can vote for what next month's theme is going to be. So next month, we're going to be crocheting something, one of these two themes, and you get to help decide what that theme will be. The votes are between Stitched, which, as you saw on my shirt, boop, is a tabletop game that I made where you crochet all your pieces. So the votes are in between a new character for Stitched. They're called kobolds. And the relic. These would be the new patterns if Stitched won. Or some new dinosaur patterns. So we got a little Stegosaurus and an adorable T-Rex. Here is a T-Rex with a top hat and a bow tie. So you can see how cute they get. You can vote for either one of those. I'm personally rooting for Stitched. But that's just a personal preference. You can vote for them each on the homepage. I linked it in the comments. And yeah, regardless of which one wins, I'll be doing patterns for both of these eventually. It's just whichever one will be coming first. I probably won't do like one right after the other, so it'll probably be a few months later for the next pattern. But all of these patterns will also be available as rough drafts, which are a new feature on the website. Yeah, so on the website, there's a bunch of new features, including rough drafts. If you go to that new homepage that I linked down there, once you're logged in, it'll take you to that homepage. You have to be logged in to be able to vote. But you just need a free account. You don't have to have a membership. Yeah, I kind of got off track there for a sec. So I'm a little lost, but that's okay. Let's move these fellas to the side and talk about what we're crocheting today a little bit. So today we're making that bonsai tree, and unfortunately, we do not have all the pom-poms that I wanted. I think usually I want 10 pom-poms, and I can only find 9 of them because my cats threw them around the apartment. I couldn't find them anywhere. I'll show you. Well, 10 of one color. I've got a bunch of I got 2 different colors in here. First off, check this out. This is a pattern by Sir Pearl Grey that's coming out on the site soon. It's a bell bag for Animal Crossing. We're listening to Animal Crossing music right now, actually. And the, yeah, so this is the pattern that's going to be coming out the month after the Dinosaurs or Stitched, whichever one wins. We're going to be doing Animal Crossing patterns. So this is going to be one of them. And I'm keeping all my little pom-poms in here. See? I'll show you my little bell bag in just a second, too. I woke up really late today, which is why I'm a little scatterbrained. I'm a little tired. Okay. So, yeah. So we don't have all the pom-poms that we want, but we obviously do have the yarn. And how are you guys doing? Hey, Lizzie. Oh, my gosh. Lizzie, 12... Thank you. Oh my gosh. Lizzie, thank you so much. You did not need to do that. I really appreciate that. What kind of dance do you want? How about a little disco? Can't really see it. I'll have to use my other hand. I'm not left-handed. I'm right-handed, so. Thank you so much, Lizzie. That was really sweet of you. Thank you. That was a lot. Thank you. Yeah, that rocks. So there, you saw it on the top corner right there. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Zobot Dicey says that $12 could have gone to charity. I mean, you could argue I am charity right now, but you're right. There are a lot of charities that could use money right now. So if you would like to support charity, go do that instead. Okay, so we're gonna start with our brown yarn here. There we go. And I'm not going to be going over the pattern, what goes into the pattern, but if you would like to follow along with the pattern, it's available right there. clubcrochet.com/bonsai. And as I go through this thing, it's kind of what I really like about this pattern is the branches are all made the same exact way. It's just that some are longer than others, so you can customize this pattern in any way that you want. I'm going to be making it pretty classic to stick to the pattern as close as possible, but I can make these branches super long or super short, whatever I want to do. So, Cursed Potion, hello. We got that's a subreddit where all us that crochet stitch characters post our characters. And Asian dude has been crocheting some seriously crazy awesome goblins and trolls. He made a traveling troll yesterday, or he at least posted it yesterday, and it is very cool. I got a few ideas this week that I'm really excited to share with you throughout this video. Oh yes, I'm sorry, I should have went through what more of the materials that I'm using are. So I'm using all worsted weight yarn for the branches. I also could focus the screen a little bit better. If I can get the hide show. Aha, that worked. Let's see if I can focus it a little bit more. Oh, that's out. I think we're getting close. The screen has a delay on it. Okay. So yeah, I'm using all worsted weight cotton yarn for the branches, 100% cotton. I'm currently using Lily Sugar and Cream in warm brown, I think. That's what I'm using for the branches. And then for the grass, we are using, well, here, I actually have one that's already crocheted here. We're using, it's also worsted weight. It's Lion Brand's Heartland, I believe. I think it's called Sequoia. I'm not really sure. I really like using this for crocheting grass. In fact, if you haven't seen, the newest video on the channel is how to crochet grass. Which I'll be going over a little bit in this video. It's a stitch called the loop stitch, and it's really, really useful. My mom just texted me, but I cannot talk to her right now. Okay, so let's keep going here. I did use the magic loop for making that, and I'll go over the magic loop again when I do the next of the branches here. There's just a lot to crochet, so I kind of want to get going here. And since the branches are all made the same way, we got to make 3 whole branches here, so we gotta start rocking and rolling and paying attention to my pattern and not getting lost. Once I make one, it's usually a lot easier because, like I said, they're all made the same way. But the beginning of the branches is a little difficult because it's so tiny. It's like crazy small. But once you get going and the branches grow, they become easier and easier to crochet with. I really need to figure out this camera situation because a camera right in front of my eye line is a lot more difficult than it seems, than I thought it would be. And I know it's been the past like 4 or 5 live streams I can't see off around this camera, but I'm still able to complain about it. Okay? Mickey Cricky says that the grass pattern is addicting, and I 100% agree. I think the crocheting grass is like one of my favorite stitches I've ever done. It's so just mesmerizing. It's I don't know. I love crocheting that grass. That being said, or I guess not that being said, but I have made, if you watch that video, I'm looking for it right now. Oh, it's in the box that the computer's on. I have a giant patch of grass. It's huge. It's like a quarter of a rug. No, it's not like a quarter of a rug, but it's about like this big. It's about the size of this whole screen that you're seeing here of just crocheted grass. I made it for stitched, but I actually never have used it in the game because I realized it's just too small for a game of stitched. I need to kind of make another one that's the same size. I wanted to make some with different stuff on it, like maybe like a river on one of them. Okay. Okay, I see what we're doing. I'm gonna add a stitch marker after this because I'm clearly together when I play a game of Stitch. So there's like a little lake on one of them, and like maybe there's like some stuff you have to go around, so that you could make your board for Stitched and you could change it every time. Maybe do 4 of those corners actually, so you can have a big board. I don't know, just an idea that I've had. All right. How many original stitches on the magic loop? There's 4. But if you want to follow along with the pattern, I really suggest you use this link right here because it's a lot better than me explaining it in this video, and it helps support the channel. It's $4, or you can get it with a membership, which is a free trial. You can do it for a free trial and just cancel the trial if you don't really like it. I mean, I'd rather you not, obviously, but you can. Oh, Philip Ha! He's the one, so Sir Ogre, that's Philip Ha. He's the one that designed this pattern. Also, check out this. I don't know if you're still here, Philip, but check this out. I just finished this last night. This is also going to be one of the Animal Crossing patterns that's coming out. It's a kind of, you know, you guys just know about it because you're in the live stream. Don't go talking about it. So super, super secret, but a little Gulliver. He's very cute. I'm going to do a sleeping one next. I have to test how much yarn it's going to take to make this. This is my like test of the pattern. He actually redesigned it so that it had crocheted eyes instead of felted eyes, but I really liked it with felted eyes. He made it the first time with felt, and I really like it with felted eyes. I like the crocheted eyebrows a lot though, Philip, so thank you for putting in that extra effort. I did a few alterations to the pattern, which I'll email you about soon, but it's really cool. I'm very, very excited to share this. It'll be coming out. This will be one of next month's Animal Crossing patterns. This will be a membership exclusive pattern though. So if you'd like it, I highly suggest you become a member. And I'll show you one more Animal Crossing thing while we're on the subject, because you know how we do. I'm also gonna do a little tiny bell bag. I couldn't help myself. I had to make a little bell bag. So we'll be doing a little tiny crocheted bell bag, and as well as the big one. I'm doing both of those, but it's going to be scattered. So that'll be coming out probably July. I've got a lot of work left to do on them, and obviously we got to do either Dinosaurs or Stitched beforehand, which I have the patterns written, but they're not put together. They're not tested really, so we just have a lot of work that we have to do to them. And by we, I mean me. Me has a lot of work I have to do to them. And I also have a full-time job. So it's a lot of stuff to do in the week. But I'm going as quick as I can, I promise. I just got some blue yarn so I could crochet around it for our stitch marker. I actually think I grabbed way too much, but that's okay. I just need a little bit just to see where to start. There we go. I really don't need much at all. I'm just gonna go with like that. Okay. Put it on 2 times speed to catch up. Oh no, Asian dude didn't have the video live. That's okay, dude. We're just starting. We are just rocking and rolling. I know it's been 20 minutes, but we are just kind of starting here. There's just a lot of housekeeping that has to go. We have to go over in the beginning. It has been a long week. I don't know about you guys, but it has been a long week for me. I am not ready for the week to start again. I guess it kind of has already started. I'm not ready. I want to sleep more. Okay, now we got our stitch marker in place. There we go. D&D maps. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So D&D map, no idea how much that means to me to wake up and then scroll through Reddit and then see. It's so cool. I really think it's the coolest thing ever. So you guys rock. That is very cool though that you're about to play your first game. I really wish my stitched partner, his name is Emilio. He's one of my best friends, and he's from that I've known for ever, over a decade now. He is my partner in Stitched, and since the quarantine, he can't come over to play very often. So I try to get Jules to play. She's played a game, but she doesn't really like playing Stitch, to be honest. So it's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I don't want to force her to play something that she doesn't want to play. She gets really competitive in it. Don't tell her I said that, but it's true. Although she wins like all the time, so. Carmen says, I know you made a small Yoda, but I was thinking you can make a big one. I could, I probably won't. I have just so many patterns that I want to crochet that I think I need to move on from Star Wars for a little bit. I might do some more mini Star Wars patterns so that I could fill out the patterns that I have there, because there are like, there's Princess Leia, there's Yoda. I think I have one written for Chewie and Han. So I might do more little ones like that, but I probably won't be doing a giant one, to be completely honest. I just gotta be honest with you there. I also don't really love doing patterns that are copywritten. If I can, it's tricky. It's like a tricky situation where sometimes I'm okay with it, but I have gotten cease and desists in the past, and I like to avoid that if I can. That's why I try to do more. I have been trying to do more original patterns recently. That's also why I actually started doing memberships on the site, because that way I can't get in too much trouble for people buying patterns, because you're not actually buying the pattern. You're supporting a channel that is just making the patterns. Okay. All right, we can continue now. Jonathan asks, how do you play Stitched? There's actually a video for it. If you go to the website for Stitched, here it is, stitchedthegame.com. If you go to that website, there's a video, there's a bunch of videos. First is the video that teaches you what Stitched is, and then there's a second video that I made that teaches you how to play. So that's how you play Stitched. Isabel, yes, I did get your email. I emailed you back, though. I'm pretty sure I did. I emailed you back. If I didn't, I'm sorry about that. But I did get your email after the video. Asian dude says, Louis, you could use a safety needle instead of yarn. Oh, for the stitch marker. Yes, I actually have a safety. I have a stitch marker over here that I could use as well. I need to remember where I'm at. There we go. We've almost got the small size done. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and if you guys have any ideas or suggestions for themes, for future themes, let me know. I'm definitely always taking suggestions. I've got the next few, I think over the summer I've got pretty much planned out. I am going to be continually doing those votes on the site, but probably not for themes every time. Every now and then it's going to be something like, hey, we're going to do a movie night. What movie do you want to watch? Or which of these stars should I be doing a pattern for? Stuff like that. It might not be too often for themes because, you know, when one of those themes, I spend a decent amount of time. I'm getting worried about this stitch marker now. Maybe I should listen to Asian Dude and just use a thing. I mean, we can always take it out. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. don't remember what I was saying. Themes. Yeah, because, you know, I spent all this time writing patterns for a stitched theme anyhow. I have to do a video and produce the pattern into a PDF, all this other stuff, which takes a lot of time, but the rough draft is written, and it would be a shame to waste themes like that. So I can't be doing a vote every single month for a new theme. If, you know, or else those other patterns will go to the ether. We don't want that. I don't want that. Oh my gosh, Abraham. You guys are the best. Oh my gosh, what kind of dance? You gotta write down what kind of dance you want next time. Let's see, what do we do? Let's see, we did disco last time. I had swing dance, but Jules isn't here. We could dance like an Egyptian. Hopefully that's not problematic. It's my little dance. I hope you like my dancing. Speaking of dancing, I need more energy. Those aren't connected. Yeah. This seat is very difficult to scoot. I have to do it every time for work, and it's difficult. Okay, so I think I have to do a few more rounds of the 7, so I need to focus. But while I'm doing that, since they are just single crochets anyhow, I can keep going. Abraham, seriously, thank you so much. That you rock. Oh, Naomi says that she has no sound. Let me know. Well, I guess you can't hear me if that's the case. I think that might just be on your side, though. I hope, kinda. Sorry, but I kinda hope that. I guess while I'm doing all these single crochets, I can tell you I'm going to be doing an update video. I was supposed to film it yesterday, but I was just having a nice Saturday, and I didn't really want to do any work. But yeah, so I've got a bunch of updates for the site, and I will be coming out with an update video for this later, but I might as well talk about it while I'm crocheting here. Keep my brain busy. So the first thing that was updated was the home page, which you can see right now on the membership site. But there's been a bunch of other stuff, like the way that you browse for patterns on the site is now a lot easier. It goes a lot quicker, so that when you go to a is this my third round of single crochets for 7? Wow, that was quick. So that when you go to a pattern, it takes you directly to the pattern. Before, it was taking you to the course, then to the pattern. But now I made it so it's like very logistical, but it really speeds up the site, and I'm super excited about it. I spent a long time trying to figure out how to make it work, and I finally did. Same thing with the homepage. It took forever for me to figure out how it was going to work, but I finally did. Okay, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, and then 7. Yeah, that was the third. Wow, that was quick. All right. Now we are. What are you guys crocheting? You guys crocheting anything? Anybody else making a bonsai tree? Trying to the end that I increased for this round. We've almost got the small branch done. Lily Lemur. I love that name. Lemurs are my favorite. Not primate. Are they? No. Yeah. I guess they are primates. Anyhow, she says that I should do a video for a crocheted bracelet, and I already did that. That's actually the first pattern in Crocheting 101. Crocheting 101 is a series that I made to help teach how to crochet for complete beginners. And the very first pattern in that series is how to crochet a friendship bracelet. It's basically just using a chain stitch though, so I probably could do something a little bit more detailed. She also said hair accessories. So there are some hair accessories as well in Crocheting 101, but again, probably something I can put more effort into. Isabel is crocheting some hearts. Lizzie can't because she accidentally, I'm sorry, I don't mean to giggle because I also hurt my hand, but she hurt her hand so she can't crochet. I think she stabbed herself with a crochet hook. Poor Lizzie. I'm sorry, Lizzie, that's a bummer. Crocheting is a dangerous activity. Okay, so we have finished the small branch now, so we can just actually, I think we finished with a slip stitch, yeah. Slip stitch, cut the yarn, leave enough to sew on, that's probably good. And now let's get rid of the stitch marker. All right, 1 out of 3 done. Someone say they're crocheting a blanket right now? Isabel, when will I release the bell bag pattern? Probably July. After whatever pattern gets voted on successfully, which I'm hoping is stitched, but is probably going to be Dinosaurs. And that's A-okay with me also, because I think that T-Rex pattern is... I'm really, really proud of the design of that. But soon is the answer to your question. A lot sooner for members, for Club Crochet members. So if you want to get it early access to it, you'll probably it'll probably be available like weeks, if not a month earlier for Club Crochet members. 1, 2, 3, 4. D&D Maps, you're crocheting your ogre. What are you making your ogre look like? Any what are you taking any inspiration from anybody in particular? That's what I like to do when I crochet my ogres. I think about someone and crochet something. Usually, or sometimes it comes after the fact though. Like I'll crochet it and I'll be like, you know what, this kind of looks like my uncle. I'm gonna name it Tony, but I'm gonna spell it weird. That's my thought process when I crochet goblins and orcs and ogres. And ogres. How many members do we have? It changes so drastically because of the trial. A lot of people go in and out. I don't know. I think there might be like 100 or 200. I'm not really sure. Also, if you become a member, all the funds that come from your membership go directly back into the website and crocheting, making new crochet patterns and stuff. I don't take any out for myself. It all goes right back into itself because, you know, I got a full-time job to deal with the rest of life. If that helps encourage you at all to become a member. All right, so we have done our first 3 rounds of another branch. God, exact same for all 3 of them. It makes it easier to remember after you make one of them. What days are your live streams on? You're looking at it. I'm doing them pretty much every single Sunday at starting at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm doing them this time every time. I might add in more in the future or different times for different things. I also might do something different for Louie's Loops, which is my other crochet channel. If you want to check it out, it's just youtube.com/Louie's Loops. That's where I do my stitched live stream, stuff like that. What are some other updates that I forgot to mention? Oh, there's a new menu. That's pretty big, actually. The menu, I moved it from the left side to the top, which I'm pretty proud of. I think it looks kind of cool. Patterns are all updated so that you can do clicky, do check marks on them. Oh, YouTube videos. This is a pretty big update, actually. I haven't done it for past videos yet. In fact, I might need some help with that if anybody is interested in helping out. But you can now divide YouTube videos into different sections. So if you looked at the last video for how to crochet grass, or I think the milkshake one also has it, the video is actually segmented into different parts so that you can like quickly go to round 1 or round 2, you know. Makes it a little bit easier to get, I think it makes it a little bit easier to crochet the pattern. And to skip the parts that you're like, okay, this is just 5 rounds of single crochets. I don't really need to watch that, you know. You know what I mean? Chicken wing. Thank you, Lizzie. I really appreciate that. Ani asks, do you need to have a membership account to access this pattern? No, you don't. You can purchase the pattern as well. It's $4 or it's $3.99. But you do get access if you have a membership. Isabel asks, what is the general pattern? I'm guessing you mean the general pattern for these branches. Well, that's in the pattern. But what I meant, I guess what I meant by that is these branches are all made the exact same way. It's just like one large branch that you stop earlier or later on, depending on what size you want the branch to be. And then, like, you know, the big one will be like that big, and then you just sew the other ones on it, and then you sew pom-poms to it. Oh, not me. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, I think we lost our music. Oh, it was just the next song. I turned it up a little bit. What does tangled on some of the patterns mean? Okay, so that probably isn't a thing as much anymore, but there are some older patterns that I have that are called tangled on the website. And tangled patterns mean that you have to complete a different pattern before you crochet that pattern. So, for example, if you want to get I think the Eevee pattern is tangled. So to crochet the Eevee pattern, you need to first crochet the Squirtle, Charmander, or Bulbasaur, one of the 3, and then you get access to the Eevee pattern. So it's a kind of, it was a way to like gamify my crochet patterns, to make it more like you know, you unlock things if you crochet. I turned it off of most of my patterns, most of my yeah, there's a few things. I mean, there's a bunch of new features that I'm gonna start adding. I'm trying to do it every weekend. I'm trying to put a little bit more work into the site. So I want to add things like tangled patterns again. I want to add things like there were badges. I really liked that. So when you finish crocheting a pattern, you got a badge that says, like, you know, I'm a let's see, I'm a space explorer because I crocheted the rocket pattern or something like that. And what was really cool is that they stacked on each other. So if you crocheted the space rocket and you crocheted David Bowie, then you get the Rocket Man badge because, you know, Rocket Man. I don't know. It was a cool little fun thing that I was messing around with that I still need to play around with. Because I think it'd be really cool if you got extra perks, like you got discount codes for kits, or you got a free sticker or something like that if you crochet enough things. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. Will this video be on the channel forever or just tonight? This will be here forever. This live stream will be here forever. I have a playlist of all the old live streams as well. So if you want to rewatch any of the old live streams, you can just check it out. I think I have one more round of this, but let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Okay, yeah. Alright, I'm doing good. Luz, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Luz, super chat right here. Check that out right there. What does your little guy say? Number 1. Oh, you're so great. Thank you very much. What kind of dance you want, Luz? Looking for anything in particular? I'll just do whatever this guy's doing. In the chat. He's painting a little thing. Do a little one of these. I'm running out of dances to do. Can you tell already? I'll do an eyebrow dance next time, maybe. Or I'll learn those cool. You ever seen those cool hand dances that people do, where they go like, I mean, I obviously can't do it, but they like lift certain fingers at certain times. What color yarn am I using? Asks, I think, Isabel. I am using warm brown for this cotton yarn. It's in Lily Sugar and Cream. And then I think the other one's name is Sequoia that we'll be using. But I'm not quite sure about the other one. I watched Lord of the Rings Return of the King last night. And that movie's, I think, one of the best movies that's ever been made. I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy is the best trilogy that's ever been created. Prove me wrong. You can't, because they're amazing. I'm such a dork. I like crocheting goblins and trolls and stuff. I don't know. I guess I've always been a dork. I guess I've always been a bit of a dork. Asian dude! Dude, thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys are killing it today. This is incredible. Thank you guys. You didn't need to do that. I really appreciate it though. Dude, you rock. What kind of dance you want? Gosh, no one's telling me what kind of dances. Oh, that's right. I was going to do eyebrow patterns. Or eyebrow dance. What do you think about my eyebrow dance? It's really good. How did I move my eyebrows like that? Lots of practice. I climbed a mountain. At the top of the mountain there was an old man under a tree, and I talked to that old man and I said, "Please teach me the ways of the eyebrow dance." He took a long time to think, like 5 to 10 minutes, and just stood there. He was like, "I will teach you." And I went, okay, where was I? And we laughed and laughed. love Animal Crossing. I haven't been playing it the past few weeks though. Just been too busy / playing Smash Brothers. I really like Super Smash Brothers. Play Yoshi, and I'm really good. Finished one of the ogre arms. That's what D&D map says. Dude, those ogre arms are tough, but once you get one done, then the next one's a lot easier, and the legs are a lot easier because the legs and the arms are made similarly, not the same, but close to the same. I actually love crocheting ogres. I think they're really fun to crochet. The hard part, less the hard part, the annoying part is sewing them together. I really don't like sewing things together, which is going to be a bummer because we got a bunch of things to sew together for this pattern. But that's okay. That's okay. All right. All right. Now we're past where we went with our small branch now. See, it takes me like a few minutes, aka almost an hour, of live streaming till I get started in the kind of get in the groove where I can crochet and pay attention to the chat simultaneously. But it does take me a second, especially when I wake up really late. I woke up so late today. And I can't even blame the cats this time. Usually I can blame them. Okay, so we did 2 rounds of 8. Now we've got a round of 9, which means that we should have increased a while back. Let's see, where do we increase? Should have went 1, 2, 3. Right there. Let's try this again. Yep, okay. How late? Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't read this top one. Oh, they're not talking to me anyhow. It's not about me anyhow. I will not interrupt. Okay, I got this idea, guys. I got this idea. I've been trying to not talk about it because I won't spill too much information because I don't want anybody to steal this idea. But I do have this idea that I think I'm going to work on. It's secret, though. Don't go around telling everybody. It's only for the people watching right now. Okay, I want to do a game show. A crocheting game show. Where a few contestants will sign up and over the course of, I don't know, 5 episodes worth, will crochet different kinds of things that will be judged by me and some other guest judges. I have all the details written down, but I need to think about it a little bit more. Yeah, anybody would be able to be a contestant. You just need to sign up and like it'll be like a submit kind of thing, and we'll choose people based on like a Crochet Survivor or Project Runway. Exactly, Philip. Exactly. I actually thought of the idea a lot when I was crocheting your Gulliver pattern because I was like, wow, this pattern there's a lot of things in this pattern that are way different, a lot of techniques that I don't use, and I'd love to get like other people, I'd love to see how other people go about designing something based on a theme similar to me. Yeah, so I don't know, it's a cool idea. I got it all written out. The next thing I want to do is I need to submit the idea to a yarn company, to a few different yarn companies, to see if they'll support the idea. You know, they'll provide the yarn and stuff like that. I need to figure out everything that goes into it. I also think it'd be really cool if the kits that get shipped out, so the idea would be you'd get like a big box. If you were one of the contestants, you'd get like a big box of materials. I shouldn't go into details too much about this, actually. How old would you have to be a contestant? I mean, probably 18 or older, realistically. And the reason is because you're going to be on camera. Because you'll have to be doing interviews with me and the co-contestants. You'll have to be recording video of yourself crocheting and stuff like that. So I don't think we could do it if you weren't 18 or up. But I don't know. I have a friend that is in that world as well. Obviously, this would all be done remotely. I'm not going to be flying anybody out, but you'd get shipped a kit and then you'd crochet something each week based on that. There's a lot of moving parts here, though. There's like, I got to figure out a lot of parts of it before I go into it anymore. Don't make it. Don't steal my idea, please. Or if you do it better than I could ever do it. But I promise I am working on it. I think it's a really cool idea and something that would be really fun. I just think it'd be really fun. Anna asks, how am I holding up with the COVID-19 pandemic? And you know, it depends. Week to week, it changes, you know. And I think I'm not alone in that. Some days I'm pretty motivated, and some days I'm really, really not motivated. Yeah, so it just kind of changes. Today I'm pretty motivated. I think I screwed up this pattern though. Yeah, I did. I went too far. That's the last stitch right here. There we go. But you know, I'm just staying inside, staying quarantined. My job already worked from home, so that didn't really hurt that bad. I mean, my job is hurting right now. There's a lot of my coworkers getting furloughed and stuff. So I just need to keep doing it and be thankful that I have a job right now. I sometimes go out to the beach. There's a beach right outside. I live on the beach, which is not that bad. It's pretty easy, you know, it's really easy to socially distance out there. I think the thing that's most difficult for me is not seeing my friends. I really miss all my friends. Yeah. I don't really care about getting a haircut or going to a movie and stuff like that. The next question is, where did I get the pom-poms? Pom-poms? I got them on Amazon, actually. That's where I ordered them because I didn't really want to make a bunch of different pom-poms. That being said, you can make them. You can make them by hand. The best way is with a pom-pom maker, which are these little plastic things. I'll show you one in just a second. But you can also make them literally with just your hand. And I have a video that teaches how to do it. If you just go to clubcrochet.com/pom-pom, you can find that video. It teaches you how to do it by hand. But I purchased them because I didn't really want to deal with it for this, you know, like, because it, you know, it takes a while to make them. So I'd either have to make them last night or I'd have to make them during the video, and I definitely didn't want to do it during the video because it takes a long time and they're kind of boring, you know. But I bought them on Amazon. A company called Darice. Darice, I think they're called. I just searched yarn pom-poms to find the ones that I needed. There's also going to be that was what Club Crochet Pro's kit was last month. I should have mentioned that. So, you know, each month pro members get something mailed to their door with all the materials that they need to make whatever we're making. And this month was actually this bonsai tree. So anybody that was a pro member got shipped a kit with all the pom-poms and the yarn and the pipe cleaners and stuffing and everything. There's a little bit of thread that's in there too. And obviously the pattern. And those kits are actually coming soon to Mickey Cricky. You haven't got it yet? Shoot, it was supposed to get there by today. Oh, dang it. I'm sorry. It should be there soon though. They were shipped out. Let me know if you want a tracking code. I have your tracking number. I might have sent you a tracking number. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. Next is 6. Okay. Someone is texting me a bunch, so I'm gonna take my phone out of my pocket. Oh, Nicole, I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta respond to my friend after this. She's upset that I didn't answer her. Now I feel bad. Oh, that is a good comment, Marshall. Says that Hobby Lobby sells them for $19.99 and has a 40% coupon for pom-pom makers. That's a good. Yeah, pom-pom makers are definitely one of those things that, like, I think every crochet designer or crocheter should probably have pom-pom maker, because you'd be surprised. You don't always just use them for hats or anything. I mean, I use them for so many different patterns and tutorials and just like things. Okay, so we are on our 3 rounds of single crochets with 6. Okay. I'm getting too tight with my crochet here. I need to chill out. By the way, we're on our last branch here, which is pretty cool. Then we can sew all these branches to add pipe cleaners and all that fun stuff. And then get working on the base. Where we at here? Where we at here? Okay. This is our 3rd round of single crochets. Jabba asks, will you release the pattern? Yeah, the pattern's already out. You can find it right here. Right there. Pattern at clubcrochet.com/bonsai. It's also in the description below. You can get it by becoming a crochet member. I could go to burger. There's this video that Jules and I really like, where it's like this dog in an airplane, and he's just going. It's very funny, and I think you should look it up. I don't know how to even look it up. Dog in an airplane. Bagabada. Maybe that. Who knows? All right, we're on 7. could use some more coffee. Recently, I've been making coffee and then putting it into a into old Starbucks bottles. I mean, I wash them out, obviously, but I put them into Starbucks bottles, and then I put the bottles in the fridge so that the next day I could have cold coffee. Because it has been so hot. It's been going back and forth between crazy hot and then crazy cold in San Francisco. Asian dude's gotta head out in 30 minutes. Well, thanks for letting me know. I'll see ya on Reddit / on next week's live stream. What should I crochet next week, by the way? Anybody got any ideas? Anybody have any requests of what they'd like to see crocheted, what they want to crochet along with me? Because I need to figure something out. Because I haven't really thought about what patterns to do. A goblinoid stitched. So many people think they say D&D maps. Thank you for joining again. I really appreciate it. I'll see. Post that ogre when you finish it on the site, on Reddit. A relic. Well, that pattern. I'm gonna do a pattern that's already out on the site, I think. True. I think that I'm on the right track here. Do I do 3 rounds of 7? Oh, I do. Okay. Okay. Past Lou, I see. I see. Another stitch. Okay, fine, fine. You want some stitch patterns? I'll do stitch pattern. I can do that. I can do that. Maybe we'll make a fungaloid. I need my dad to send me some of the materials for it, though, because I am all out of tan yarn. I've used it all. Which is what you need for the fungaloid. I realized that I had taken it down, and I think it's for the best because it wasn't that good. I mean, it wasn't too bad, but I could do better. Let's just go with that. And so I've been thinking and crocheting a bunch of different stars to try out different types of stars that I'll be doing a pattern for. This was actually inspired by Sir Pearl Grey, or Philippa, who's maybe still watching, maybe not, whatever. But he crocheted for his bell bag pattern. There's a big star on it. I was like, oh man, forgot I have so many patterns for stars. I should look into that again. Maybe redesign it, because it's not on Club Crochet right now, but it should be. So I've got like a bunch here, and I've been learning how to sew them together so that they're a little bit thicker. So here's one of them. See? And I just took 2 halves and I sewed it together, and I put it on a string, oops, so that it can hang. My idea is I want to make a baby mobile that uses stars, the planet Earth pattern, the astronaut pattern, and the rocket pattern, and then we do a big sun in the middle of it. And I think almost all the patterns are actually pretty close to being finished. Sarah! All good. Sarah's late, but she's here, and I appreciate you even joining. We are on the biggest branch. So the last branch in the tree right now. We need to, after we're done with this, we need to just sew everything together. Together. One, two, three, and then for 5. Lizzie, what time is it where you are? You're in the UK, I think, right? It's probably really late. Thank you so much for joining in and watching this, by the way. Not just Lizzie, everybody. Everybody that's joined in, I really appreciate it. What is the splash pad? Sarah just said that she went on an impromptu family visit to the splash pad, but I don't know what that is. That sounds pretty cool. It sounds like a Raging Waters. You guys ever been to Raging Waters? My favorite thing about Raging Waters is the lazy river. I love the lazy rivers. Even though they're kind of gross. You know, you swim by a floating Band-Aid every now and then. But there's just something so nice about it. You can play all these fun games. Or just chill and lay down and relax. Probably won't be going to Lazy River for a long time, though. Oh, that's not too bad. The time in England right now. Well, depends on how late you stay up. I stay up really late. I am a night owl / early morning owl. But I get to bed before the sun rises. That is important to me. Oh, that's fun. It's like a little water park, a free water park. That's cute. That's cute. That's why if you get an email from me really late at night, that's why. If you ever ask for any help on the, you're like, hey, I'm wondering where this thing is on the website or something like that. I get a lot of emails like that. Well, I have a job in the middle of the day, so I have to do that. But I often get back to those people at 1, 2 a.m. Just because that's the earliest in the day I could get to it. I guess I could get to it probably earlier, but I do not. I just get so much more work done late at night because Jules goes to bed and the cats go to bed with her, and so no one's bugging me, no one's bothering me. I can just be alone and make whatever I want to make. Our branches are coming out together. This kind of looks like a witch's fingers, though. Check it out. Hello. Oh, hello. Yes. Wait, this one on too. Oh, yes. Hello. Oh, me? Don't worry about it. Yes. There's this scene in Parks and Rec where Ben, who's Leslie Knope's husband, spoiler alert, husband, is on, gets the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones as a birthday gift, and he's just sitting on the throne and he's just going, yes, no, yes, no, absolutely not. It's really funny, and I do it to Jules all the time. She does not think it's as funny as I do. Oh my gosh, I do the same thing, Asian dude. Crocheting to sleep all the time. I'll wake up and I'll be like, I don't remember doing those rounds. Sarah Berry usually wakes up early. Well, you've got a bunch of kids, so that makes a lot more sense. I'm taking advantage of the fact that I do not have a bunch of human responsibilities, human meaning other humans, yet. Because I will one day, and I will have to convert myself to being a morning person. I know I will, but I don't have to yet, so I don't want to. Okay, so that was 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, and we should do 3, 4. I'm hoping Jules will be the morning person, and I can be the really, really early in the morning person, like when I'm still awake. We'll just switch off. Long-term goals right there. 4 and 5. Yeah, we are on track. You know, I can't believe I can talk this often to you guys and just think about other things and still crochet something and not mess up the stitch count. You know, not to pat myself on the back, but I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that ability. It just must be the way that my brain can count stitches and talk at the same time. I wonder why that is. Maybe like a certain part of my brain is being used to crochet that doesn't occupy the conversational side until it does. Sometimes it does, actually. So boom, now we're on round 24. Oh yo, this is a lot of rounds, huh? Oh, see, I did goof it by 1 stitch. Okay. Your video game time was in the morning? How weird. My video game time is usually in the middle of the day when I really need like a pick-me-up. When I can't, like, I got my morning work done, you know, I went and I replied to all the emails for work, and I got prepared for my big projects, which are usually videos, and then I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to do anything right now. And then I go and play Super Smash Brothers or something competitive, something that gets my blood moving and my heart pumping. And then I'll be awake, you know. I'll be like, all right, let's get back to work. And that's how I use video games in the middle of the day. And then at the end of the day, it's the chill out video games. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay. We are on 25. I gotta use the check marks more. All my patterns have check marks on them. so that you can keep track of where you're at in the pattern, I need to do that. That's both on the website and on the PDF version of the pattern. So a little perk if you didn't know about that. It's kind of useful. That's also one of the updates. I guess it's not really that new of an update. That's kind of an older update. But still something people might not be aware of. You don't want an ex that's not supportive of your hobbies. That's always a bad... I mean, that's why they're an ex. That's one of the things that I really appreciate about me and Jules is I don't think we discourage each other's hobbies very often at all. We're very supportive of that, which is something I have also not had in past relationships. That is a problem, a big problem for me. Just support in general is now. How you play while you're nursing. Yeah, no one can tell you what to do when you're doing that. That's funny. All right, I am on 27 now. Get that check mark in. All right, and then once we're done with all these, man, I'm so hunched over, huh? Once we're done with all these guys, we'll have, let's turn my camera a little bit. We'll be able to work on a pink one or a green one. I don't think I have enough yarn for I don't think I have enough pom-poms for the green one, so I think we have to do the pink one, unfortunately. But, I mean, that's not really that bad of a... It'll look like a cherry blossom tree. Okay, so this should be... Yes, okay, good. We're just on single crochets then, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. No, we already did our single crochets. This should have been an increase right here. Plus, he's a gamer. What kind of games do you play, Sarah? I just bought... I should have mentioned this earlier. I just bought BioShock. It's supposed to come today. That's something I could... Oh, man. I'm going to play that after this. Well, actually, I've got some work to do. I'm going to play that after I finish my work. Probably. Definitely, right? Yeah. Hello, Miles. And Miles and Darby. How are you guys doing? Okay, so I'm on venture. Yeah, okay. Miles and Darby. Yeah, again, if you have tuned in a little later and you didn't hear my announcement at the start of it, we are voting right now on what kind of what patterns we're going to be doing next month. So if you have a Club Crochet account, go to members.clubcrochet. Just log in with your account on Club Crochet, and you can vote between dinosaurs. Here's the dinosaurs. Very cute. We got a Stegosaurus and a new T-Rex. I'm also working on a raptor pattern, but this probably will not be involved in the dino patterns if that wins, because this still has a lot more work that needs to be going into it. I mean, it looks pretty finished, but this is the prototype. This is not ready for a pattern to be written for it. Or you can vote between dinosaurs or stitched patterns. So we got some new stitched patterns, which includes a relic and a new character called the kobolds. Here's another relic that I made. I'm not sure which one I like more. I think I like this one more. I don't know. What do you think? Which one of these do you like more? Let me know. Let me know. And Asian dude, email me about that. About the Fortnite thing. All right. We are on... Where are we at? Did around 15. Okay, so we're on round... Got it. I see. Yes, of course. Oh, Stitched. Yeah, you don't know what Stitched is. Miles and Darby. Stitched is a tabletop game where you crochet all your pieces. Here, check it out. Hold on, I'll tag you in this. At Miles and Darby. StitchedTheGame.com. That's where you can learn more about it. I think we're also going to do a board game for dinosaurs eventually, but you know, that is probably really far in the distance. I have a lot more work to do for that. Okay, we did all 16s. Now we just need to do... Okay, just a few more rounds. We're already an hour and a half in. I think we might just be making the tree today. How it goes. But it's already been an hour and a half, you know. I don't want to overstay my welcome here. Even though it is my own thing. But, you know, being in front of a camera for 2 hours is pretty exhausting. Under hot lights and in a closed room. Although I do really enjoy hanging out with you guys, I have to say. You make my Sundays a lot more fun than just crocheting by myself. Which is what I do anyhow. Okay, so now... Got it. Yep. Oh my gosh, it's Monday. But it's a public holiday today, Asian dude. What public holiday is it? Where do you live? Where it's Monday? Like Japan? Is it like so far in advance? Or like Europe? I'm confused. Eight. Okay, okay. See how our tree's coming together? Oh, you're in Australia. You're in Australia, are you? Oh, that's something. Okay, now we got round 18. Or not round 18, round 32. I didn't know you were in Australia. Where? Were you in Melbourne? Sydney? I want to go see Australia. I got a good friend named Choppa that lives in Australia. He's a cake designer. A YouTube cake designer. He's great. He's crazy, but he's great. And he is He always invites me out. He's always like, come on out to Australia. We'll get drunk together. He likes drinking a lot. Sydney. Yeah, he really likes, but I'm not really into drinking that much. 1, 2, 3. I need to visit Australia really bad, though. Jules and I want to go to Japan. Maybe we can do a Japan-Australia trip, because we went to Japan already once. We're thinking to lump Japan in with something else. Maybe either Australia or Hawaii. I really want to go see Hawaii. But they said, everybody always tells us, never go to Australia in the, in what we call the winter, because it's summer for them and it's really hot. Okay, so we got 1, 2. Okay, and then I just repeat that. Cool. One, 2, 3. Okay. Not what I was looking for. There we go. All right. We are just about done. I think we just got one more round of this. Half mini peacock. I love mini peacocks. I don't know what those are actually called. I call them mini peacocks. I always have, but I think they have a different name. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you in just a second. Okay, this is what a mini peacock is. Well, first we're doing a half double crochet. A mini peacock just makes this little point. Like that. It's what I use for like the stars and stuff. If you look, there's another star. I use little mini peacocks to make these points. And for a mini peacock, it's really easy. You just chain 2, 1 and 2, and then you want to work into the back loop of the first chain that you made, which is kind of hard to see on this camera right now because it's like not focused in the right way. But if you get into this back loop, I like to use my nail to get into that back loop. And then you just slip stitch into that one. And it makes a point. See? Makes a little point. Yeah. So the reason I'm using it for this pattern is because it makes a it kind of like mimics the roots a little bit of the bonsai tree. You know, creating like a flat base. Base. Booey. Okay, last one right here. And then we can start sewing this thing together. A fox is yowling? Is that what it's called when a fox yowls? When it barks? I've never heard of that before. And I have heard a fox's yowl though. It's very yeah, it's not really a bark. It's like ow ow, right? Isn't it like a whine? All right, Asian dude. Have fun at school. The live stream's almost over anyhow. Okay, so, I mean, not almost, but kind of close. So we're gonna be sewing these pieces together and choosing where we want our branches. Before we do that, let's have a little bit more coffee. Hola, Kiana. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? It's called a 3 peacock. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just call mine a mini peacock because you can't really get much smaller than what I got. Asian dude, you always make this awesome. I love having you in here. Thank you so much for joining, dude. I can't wait to see what other goblinoids you have to crochet this week. Okay. And Kiana is from Peru. Very cool. That is awesome. My friend is Peruvian. He's my Emilio, who we were talking about earlier in this live stream. My stitch partner. Okay, sorry, I just need to grab a thread, which I can't find. Uh-oh. Well, green. Well, let's sew this together and then I'll grab the thread for sewing on the pom-poms. We'll do this part first though. Okay, so first, we need some pipe cleaners. And a hooks. You're heading out. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. Thanks. All right, I got the thread and this, which is a pipe cleaner cutter. It's not a pipe cleaner cutter, but it is a pipe cleaner cutter. Hello, BlissX. Sorry for leaving for a second. All right, so for these, I like to add pipe cleaners into them to make them so you can pose them in any direction that you want. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna cut this pipe cleaner in half. I don't even need half. Yeah, let's do half. Obviously, it doesn't really matter the color of the pipe cleaner because it's going to be on the inside, which is why I use this like neon yellow, even though it's kind of an annoying color. And I fold it in half and then I just twist it. This is how I pretty much always use pipe cleaners. And I use pipe cleaners for so much stuff. I need to do a video where I like explain how important pipe cleaners are as a general material to have. Okay, and then I just put it boop, right in that like that. We're gonna stuff it just a little bit, which will need a tiny stick and some stuffing. Our stuffing's right here. There we go. Just an itty bit of stuffing. Do a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good if you ask me. Okay, now we want to pick where we want this. Let's not think about it too much. Let's just go like right there. And I'm going to put both these halves into the body of that. I'm just going to fold these. So, and now we'll just sew it around that. Yes, exactly like goblinoid arms. Yeah, so when I sew on the arms of goblinoids, I always add pipe cleaners into them because I like them to be poseable. And we're doing something very similar here. This one, we're gonna go like that. Oh, you want to crochet all the patterns. Become a Club Crochet member. Marshall, become a Club Crochet member. It not only does it support the channel a bunch, but also you get every pattern I make. So you get access to a library of patterns, and I add new patterns every month. This was actually this month's pattern. And you get early access to patterns as well. And you get access to my rough draft patterns. You get a lot of access. And you get kits mailed directly to your door. Honestly, why wouldn't you at this point? Vanessa, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Or were you here last week? Actually, you might have been here last week. All right. Just got a little bit of lint to get away from. Get out of here, lint. It's just cat fur, probably. Probably cat fur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, you've been too busy. Well, that's all right. It's all good. We all get busy. I need to do live streams at different times too, to give more people the opportunity to join. That's something I need to figure out. I like these Sundays because I know I'm going to be free, whereas the other times I can't be certain. I might have to do something that day. But usually on Sundays, I am free. Okay. That might have been the wrong part to sew together, but that's okay. Or I mean to tie together. I don't think it was actually. Okay, so there you go. That's how you sew on those arms, and look, check it out. Boom and boom. We got a pipe cleaner in there, so we can shape that arm however we want. Arm, branch, whatever. You know what I mean. Let's cut these. Toss that to the side, and we're gonna do another one. We're just gonna use the other half of this. It might be a little short, but we don't really need this to be posed too much. Congratulations, Vanessa. So Vanessa says that she graduated, turned 22. Congratulations. And also is addicted to Animal Crossing. So congrats on that as well. Oh, and you're a YouTube partner now. Congrats. I think I'm subscribed to you with Louie's Loops. I'm pretty sure I am. Okay, now I'm going to put this one. Let's do it like right there. Keep it a little low. See, this one's going to also have a pipe cleaner in it, the main branch. So this one's going to be bent like that, I think. And have it in the same direction-ish. Let's do a little off-center like that. Okay, so we're going to add these pipe cleaner here. And now this pipe cleaner is a little lower, so what I can do, this is what I usually like to do with pipe cleaners. if I am able to, I like it to stick out on the inside, and I like to twist them together. See if you can get a better look here. Yeah, like that. And then just twist. There we go. And just fold it up like so, and put it on out. D&D Maps asks, will I be finishing the bonsai tree this week or next? Just wondering. I'll be finishing it probably today. I'll finish this tree part itself right today, and then the base of it, which is the grass with on a piece of cardboard, to add to a pot. I'll finish that off camera probably when I can relax a little bit more, and I'll probably post it tomorrow. It'll be a pink bonsai tree. So keep a lookout on the Club Crochet social media. By the way, if you'd like to follow Club Crochet on social media, we're at club.crochet on Instagram, and on Facebook it's at official Club Crochet. You can find links. I believe you can just find links by going to clubcrochet.com. That's probably the easiest way if you're logged into the site. So I'm just adding a little bit more stuffing to this because it is a slightly larger tree branch. And I'm going to make some room for it. Get this pipe cleaner in there. Perfect. Perfect. And we're just going to take these ends and sew on the bottom branch. The bottom branch. The bottom branch. And yeah. Mi equivoqué con los aplausos. I don't know what that means, but thank you, I think. Let's put it into Google Translate and see what it says. I don't know how to do that. Here we go. Vanessa asks, can I do Celeste? Do you mean Celeste from Animal Crossing or Celeste from the video game Celeste? I don't know why I just went to images there. Translate. I was wrong with the applause. I don't know what you meant by that, but thank you. Kiana, I'm sorry. I wish I spoke Spanish, but I don't. I speak a little bit of French. I do not even speak English. At least not well. Not good like. Celeste from Animal Crossing. Yeah, totally. I think that's a great idea. I like the idea of doing Celeste. Also, the arms for... Oh, you haven't seen this yet, Vanessa. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. So, we are... Not this month, but the month after, we're going to be doing Animal Crossing patterns. And I'll show you all those patterns really quick. And I'll show you... I might even show you the order of which the patterns will be coming out because it's kind of exciting. But if you have a Club Crochet membership, you'll have early access to all this. Just getting a little bit more stuff in there. So first one, check out this little cute bell bag. Isn't that adorable? It's so cute. I thought it'd be kind of a cute keychain, or you can keep little things in there. I don't know. Kind of cute. Next is this giant bell bag, which we'll need to be using in a second. I'm using it to hold the pom-poms and the stuffing, but there's a giant bell bag. This is going to be like a project bag is the idea there. And then the final one, this one's actually, so this one was written by Sir Pearl Grey, who's in the comments. But you can find him. Yeah, it'll be out eventually, but it'll be out for memberships a lot earlier. And then the last one that is going to be definitely exclusive for members is Gulliver. So this is why I said Celeste, because I was looking at these arms. Look how cool the arms are. I made some alterations so that they have like little fingers, but these would be great arms for Celeste as well. So it'd be kind of fun to make Celeste. Yeah, so I need to make one of him sleeping on a beach like this, you know, like. But that'll be coming out soon as well. Soonish, as ASAP-ish. Okay, let me count the stitches. Count the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Well. That. Oh, I think it should go up. Okay. I'm talking to myself, I know, but. Uh-oh. We got a knot in that. Let's just see if we can tie it tight enough so it won't be a problem. It's a little bit of a problem, but hopefully we just don't break our yarn. Can I do a crab pattern? Possibly. I think that's a cool idea. I am doing some beach patterns in near the end of the summer, so that could be kind of a fun one to do. Okay, I think this is our last bit here that we need for sewing something together for today, because we won't be crocheting or sewing on the grass patch today because it's just going to be too long. We've already been going for 2 hours. But we do, however, want to add some poms. Normally I like to add 10 pom-poms to it, but we are missing. He's a little heavy right now. Oh, I need to add one more thing, actually. That's probably one of the reasons why it's fallen down. I know there's an inside one here somewhere. I can't find it. Let's just kind of hide this end. Whoa! Only by 1 point? D&D oh my gosh. Okay, so what D&D Maps is talking about right there is on the homepage of the website. So if you go to clubcrochet.com and you log in, you can vote on what next month's pattern is going to be. And it's between Stitched and Dinosaurs. And right now, apparently, Stitched is only behind Dinosaurs by 1 point. I did not expect it to be that close. Honestly, that is really cool. So if you want to throw in your vote there, go for it. And we will choose which pattern we're going to do next month. It's also going to determine what the next month's kit is going to be and what the next month's patterns are going to be and stuff like that. The other one is 23 and 24. Wow, we got a lot of votes for Stitch there. I'm surprised. Very cool. Yeah, but regardless, we're going to be doing both the patterns. It's just which one comes out first. And it might be first by a few months, too. So what I'm doing here is I want to add a pipe cleaner into our main part. And what I did was I wound it all the way up. And at the very top here, I'm going to put it over like that so it's a little arrow. You know, that's actually kind of cool. Just that little arrow, but that way it's gonna hook in when we get it all the way to the top, so it won't come back out. But first, we want to stuff it just a little bitty bit. Poor kobolds. I like kobolds a lot. I think they're really cute, and I made a few different versions of them as well. So I made them like kobolds are actually where the T-Rex pattern originally came from. So if you're interested, the T-Rex pattern is one of the patterns that will be in the dinosaur bunch if that dinosaurs win. And there we go. I kind of want to get stuffing all the way up there, but I don't know if I can get it. No, I can't get it higher than that. That's okay. But when I made the kobolds, I knew I wanted to make them with like a big upper lip so that I could put teeth in there and stuff, and it did. But when I did that, I figured out, oh man, I bet you I can make a T-Rex that way, and then I did. That's where the T-Rex pattern originally came from. All right, let's get this up there. See if I can't get it any higher than that. How many patterns do I release each month? Well, it depends. At least one, sometimes two, sometimes three, but at least one. All right, that's pretty good for that. I try to do at least one pattern and one tutorial. So it'll be like, for this month, for example, it was bonsai tree as the pattern, and then the tutorial was how to crochet grass. But I want to come out with a lot more tutorials soon as well. So it'll be more like 2 or 3 tutorials each month. What did you miss in the last 5 minutes? I sewed together these things. There wasn't that much. I think you got them all. I don't think you missed much, except for this stuffing is being frustrating with me. Oops, that's fine. Okay. Let's add some pom-poms. Put that to the side. Let's see, how many green ones do we have? Because if we got enough green, I'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 9? Really? 4, 5. Wow, I just don't have a big one. Oh, man, but we're missing. See, the problem is we're missing one of the big pom-poms. That's the one I really want. Where could it be? I have some on their way. They were supposed to be here by today. Oh well. I think what I might do then, I think I might just add these green ones instead of doing the pink ones, because I think I have 9 pink ones too. So 3. I'm missing 1 pom-pom of either color somewhere in this apartment. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, what do you think? Pink or green? You guys decide. What color do you want this bonsai tree? Let me know. In the meantime, let's go through the chat. Vanessa says, I wish you could have a membership. Sorry, Lou. That's okay. Don't worry about it. If you can't, you can't. That's totally 100% understandable. Sarah votes pink. So we got 1 for pink. Pink. 1 last sip of coffee. I'm searching around for another pink one if I can find it, but I don't think I can. All right, we got 3 for pink, 1 for green. I'll give you a few more seconds as I get this thread cut. We're gonna need a decent amount of it. D&D maps, I'll see you later. If you're able to be here next week, I'll be here too. If not, I understand. It's all good. All right, what's the vote? What's the vote? Any more in? We are going with pink it is. All right, we're doing pink. I'm just going to leave this out. Now, how I like to add these is I kind of do it a little sporadic. I kind of do it a little bit planned out. It's like a little bit both. We don't want to use all these big ones at first, though, because we only got 4. So we got to make them last. So let's do one big one right in the center right there to cover a lot of space. And the way I sew on these is I go in through somewhere on our branch, like let's go with like right here, for example, and then I come out through where I want the pom-pom right there, and then I'll go through the pom-pom and leave. I like to leave just a little bit over, just like that much, and then back down through the pom-pom through somewhere else. I usually try to do a different stitch than where it came out, so let's go to like slightly down from that, and then out through somewhere on the back. Doesn't matter where you go out through the back. Pull it a little tighter. Now you want to come back up through the same place that you came out on the back. Exact same stitch, because you want it to be like you didn't go through there at all. And then back through the pom-pom. And then back down through the pom-pom. And we'll just go out really, again, like anywhere we want to. So let's say we will reserve 1 pom-pom for each of the other branches, and then we've got, this is what we'll have left over, is another big pom-pom and a bunch of little ones. So let's do 2 for the main branch that we're working on right now of these small ones, and then we can do 2 for this other branch, and then these ones for the small branch maybe. Yeah, okay, so then we'll use 2. We'll use 2 of these little ones for this one. Okay, so where do we want these? Let's go, let's do 1 right on the tip, like way up there, like right there. And again, I'm just gumming out. I went through the same place where I went in, and I'm coming out. Sew around the pom-pom. We're gonna need to do another pom-pom on the other side too, I think. So we'll go out through like just the opposite side of this. Well, I want them to be connected, so let's go like right there. Ah. "5 p.m. in Peru." Oh, really? Huh. That's a weird time zone. I wonder how it got there. Clover! Oh my gosh, you just discovered this channel today? Oh my gosh, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Please subscribe down below and hit that little bell icon so you don't miss it when I come out with new stuff. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad you stumbled upon us. How'd you find it? I'm very curious, Clover. This is the best channel. Thank you so much. Amira, I do not habla español. I don't know if you're asking her to me, but I'm sorry, I do not. I do a little bit because I'm from Southern California, but not enough to converse with for sure. Just enough to say, hi, how are you? Where's the bathroom? I'm sorry. Things like that. Okay. Is that enough for up here? I think we could use another small one right down there. Let's call it on the main branch here. And we might sew another pom-pom on if we have any left over, but I don't know if we will. So what I'm doing is I'm working my way all the way back in through where the end is coming out right here. And I'm just gonna get it back down there. And we're just gonna double knot these two. I think it will need another pom-pom though. I think I need to order some new ones. Make it a little bit more full. Okay, we're just gonna sew these two together. Or tie them together rather, and then cut it. And then you can see there's like a little bit of the end poking through. You can barely see it right there. If you just take the back of your needle and you can just poke it back in there. And there we go. We got one of the pom-pom branches done. I've been saying pom-pom so often here. All right, so now let's do this second big branch. Let's get the big ones out of the way. Let's choose where we want this big one. Let's do it closer, like right there to the end. Or maybe, actually, let's do it like that. Yeah, let's do it at the top like that. Because I think if I do it at the top, it'll fill in the empty space a little bit more and make it look like there's more pom-poms. I mean, it won't literally look like that, but it'll give it that impression a little bit. I'd love to do like an actual forest of pom-poms, of pom-pom trees. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so I was thinking the other day, I was like, you know, it would be so cool to do an exhibit, like an actual art exhibit with crochet, where I had like, you went to a room and there were just a bunch of crocheted planets and a giant crocheted sun and crocheted stars everywhere. That would be so cool. But it would also be cool to have like a little mini forest. Like you walk in and there's like a pathway, but there's just a bunch of mini trees all over and you're just walking through the trees and you can look closely and you can find little stories maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking of ideas. Ways that I could utilize my crocheting a little bit differently. Oh, I'm so glad that Crocheting 101 was helpful for you, Clover. I spent a long time trying to perfect that. I don't think it's perfect, but I do think I've done a decent job at teaching how to crochet. And I'm so glad to hear that it is helpful for you. I'm consistently trying to update it to make it a little bit easier. You should see actually a video coming out. I really want it to come out tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to have the time to finish it today. But of an update for Crocheting 101. It's like a bunch of new features that I've added to it. You'll already have access to it, but there are features that you may not be aware of. I think we want another pom-pom on the tip there. No, let's do one like right here. Oh, wait, we can't use another small one. We gotta use a big one. Because we need these 3 for this branch. So, oh yeah, that's nice, because that really fills it in. Let's do that. Let's do it right heel. Right heel. Dedicated wham. Okay. Like that. Hi from Turkey. Hello from Turkey. That is so cool. Lizzie holidays in Turkey? That's awesome. I don't know anything about Turkey. I really don't. I mean, I know some things. I know where it is. But I do not know enough about it. It is one of those countries that I just don't know enough about. Need to learn more about Turkey. Let's go up here. And then back through. Okay. One more branch. 3 more pom-poms. We're not going to look at this side. It's going to be looked at through this side. Because this side looks a little empty. We need pom-pom there and there. And we don't have those. So. Istanbul. Not Constantinople. No, it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone since Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Alright. Last branch here. Start with the big one. Let's do it straight on like that. Oopsies. There we go. Oh no. Right off the end, like that. Nearly done. Once we finish these pom-poms, I'm going to stuff it just a little bit more. But then I think we're going to call it for this video. And I'll do the base of the bonsai tree separately. because we have been going for over 2 hours now, which is quite a while. Like that. Ooh, big boy motorcycle driving by. I don't know if you can hear that. That guy really likes attention though, doesn't he? Jeez. Oh, it sounds like there's more than just one. Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear that? Yeah, you can. I think you can. Okay, and then we're gonna go back down through the end here. Add that last pom-pom right at the edge. Oh man, I'm so excited. I got the new BioShock games coming today. Well, it's not new. They're old BioShock games, but BioShock is one of my favorite games I've ever played. And it's coming out on the Switch, all three. It's a trilogy. Hopefully they make more in the future. But it's a game, it's very story-based games. There. Take a look at our piece before we make sure it's all done. I'd like to have more pom-poms, so I'll probably order more pink ones or search around the apartment for wherever that last pom-pom is. But I think it looks pretty good. I'd just like to fill it in a little bit more if I was able to. Okay. And let's add some stuffing. Kiana asks if you can glue the pom-poms on, or is it better just to sew them? You can glue them on for sure. But yeah, like Sarah said, it'll last longer if you sew them. Also, I just think it's easier. Honestly, it's just a lot easier to sew them, and I think it's a little bit it's less messy, and I suggest sewing them on, but you definitely can glue them on is the end of that. All right, so we have, let's try to get some more of this stuffing up the piece though, so it stays in place. There we go. Let's bend this one a little bit. There we go. I mean, he's not staying upright too much right now. It's a little heavy on one side, but we're gonna be sewing it to a patch of grass later, like this, and then adding it to a bonsai pot. So it'll look more similar to this soon. Right? Pretty cute. Okay, so it's got a little bit more work to do, but I'll be doing that later. I'm gonna order more of these pom-poms to fix it up a little bit as well, and get a new pot for it to go in too, which is on its way, so it should be here soon. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you to everybody who was able to super chat, and thank you so much for being Club Crochet members if you can. If you can't, I totally understand, but if you can, check out clubcrochet.com and sign up for a membership. It helps support this channel and me, and you get a bunch of exclusive patterns and stuff like that. All right, well, without further ado, happy hooking, everybody. Pasta la pizza. Let's go ahead and do this, right? Let's put that in there, maybe, so it stands up. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Watch this. There's this little bit of lag between this screen and this screen. So watch, I can go like this. I'll do both my hands here, and then I'll go like that. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, I guess it caught up. All right, well, anyhow. Bye, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I don't know what to crochet yet, so I'll think of something. A lot of people were suggesting stitched. Also, if you haven't yet, go vote on clubcrochet.com. Log in and vote for what you want the next month's pattern to be, because I will be choosing it sooner rather than later. All right. TTFN, pasta la pizza, all that fun stuff. Okay, bye.